Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Diwali is round the corner and I am sure everybody must be busy cleaning and decorating their home for Diwali, and that's exactly what has kept me busy past few weeks. Apart from cleaning, I was occupied in doing some DIY decorations, also shop for Diwali deco items like diya, rangoli, etc., which I will be sharing with you all today. As far as DIYs are concerned, I have done 3 amazing DIYs wherein I will be using a wooden serving board, a wooden palette and a dead plant. It's gonna be very exciting guys, so make sure to watch this video till the end. I'm sure you will get amazing ideas to decorate and light up your home without spending too much on home decor. So let me first start by showing you how have I decorated my front entrance. So this is the wall that I will be decorating first, for which I need to do a DIY. I had my eye on this wooden palette that has been lying in our garage since long now. So I decided to use this and turn it into a vertical plant hanger. With my husband's help, I was able to get all the small unwanted wooden pieces and nails out. Then he helped me to drill 2 timber pieces on the top and at the bottom to put and hang plants onto. Later I sanded and stained it. I used my favorite wood stain color walnut and let it dry for 24 hours. Once it was nice and dry, I hung it onto the wall and placed few plants over it. Because I eventually want this wall to be hanging a vertical garden, I'm using pothos or money plant which grow into hanging vines. To add some color, I am using these beautiful red leaves plants. I'm going to actually hang this as I think it will give a great vertical garden look. Next, I will be placing 2 big plant pots which we bought from Bunnings, and I will place a plant in each. These are very heavy pots, so I am not directly planting the plants into them, rather place them inside the pot with their plastic containers, as it provides me more flexibility to move them around and even take them indoors if I wish to. Diwali is incomplete without lights, so I will place this battery operated fairy light onto one of this plant. You have to wait and watch as it looks amazing at night, which I will show you in a bit. I have also placed this 4 floral hanging onto the hanging planter just to add some color and floral effect. A while ago, I got these lanterns from IKEA. I also purchased this red scented candles separately and I placed these 2 on the floor. I will be doing rangoli in front of these lanterns. The weather in Sydney has been crazy past whole week. It has been raining whole week with heavy winds. So I'm not doing any rangoli right now using rangoli powder, as I know it will wash off in rain and wind because weather is going to change again over next couple of days. However, I will be completing today's look by using this sticker rangoli. You can use your imagination to set up this rangoli. I would love to buy some rangoli colors, but I actually did not find them in Indian store yet. Maybe I went too early. So I will wait for few days and check again. Last Diwali as well, I had to make no powder rangoli, and I actually used a canvas and I painted it to make my rangoli. This could specially be helpful for Indians living outside India who do not have access to traditional Diwali decor items. I will link that video in the description box below if you wish to explore more Diwali decor ideas. On the door, I have placed a toran using command hooks, and on the sides, I have hanged this Jaipuri style latkan to give it more festive look. I will also hang this Shubh Labh sign at the door using command hooks. I had seen a door sign on Etsy long time ago and I always wanted to do that DIY. So I decided why not do it right now as I'm already decorating my house entrance. So I went to Kmart and bought a wooden serving board. I painted it black both sides. Next I printed this Home Sweet Home poster from Google Images, printed it on A4 paper. I turned it backside and colored it with chalk color. This is just so that I can trace these letters on my board. Next, I spent around 30-40 minutes tracing all the letters and embellishments onto the black wooden board. I was a little skeptical if this would work, but it worked fantastic. It peeled off some black acrylic paint off the board though, but that was an easy fix. Now all I had to do is paint these traced letters white. I did it offline as it was very tedious job. It took me a long time and I did not wanted to film it. I was actually enjoying painting it, watching my favorite show and having some yummy snacks, which is why I didn't film it. That was my guilt-free me time, and honestly I didn't even wanted filming to steal my me time. Anyways, this is how it looks after I painted the door sign letters. Now all I have to do is to decorate it. So I made a bow. This is by far the most difficult thing I've ever done in crafting. I will actually link a video in the description box below for your reference, which actually I followed. I watched that video over and over again and tried this bow a couple of times before actually finally filming it. And trust me guys, I'm not making a bow again. Anyway, now I will be sticking this bow with some fall leaves and flowers and secure it to the bow using the cable clip. And tada! My home entry door sign is ready. I will hang it just below my entrance light. And this completes my home entrance decoration. Now I will show you how this looks at night with all the diyas and lights lit. I think it looks mesmerizing. Now let me show you how have I decorated my living room. This is how my living room looks normally, very simple, but because it's Diwali, I wanted to add colors and lights to our living room. I first decorated this TV cabinet. I placed a brocade dupatta on top, and on top of the dupatta I placed a meenakari chowki. I love this golden meenakari work on it. Looks very festive. I placed Ganpati Bappa in the center. I put a pearl mala in Ganpati Bappa's neck, as this idol otherwise looked very simple. I also placed this fancy tulsi diyas in four corners of this chowki and Lakshmi Pagla set in the middle. All these are actually diyas which can be lit. On the both sides, I will put this brass oil lamp, which again gives very festive look. I have also put a brass puja or prasad thali with agarbatti or incense stick holder on it. I will finish this decor by hanging a toran on the back. I have used stick-on cable clips to hang this. Also, I stick two swastikas on the wall. And doesn't it look simple yet very elegant? I can't wait to lit all diyas and show you guys the final look. Diwali is incomplete without lights. So we hung a string fairy light behind the shimmer curtain. Lights behind shimmer curtains always add a lot of character to your room. Also, by placing an egg chair in front of the shimmer curtain, make this look complete. It is so peaceful and relaxing to sit here and enjoy a cup of tea in the evenings now. I felt this corner would be perfect for my last DIY, where I will be using a dry tree to create a beautiful decor piece. First, I pull out this dead tree from our front yard and cut off the roots. Next, I check the height of this branch by placing it in the pot that it will be finally sitting into. I felt the need to chop the length a little bit more, so I went ahead and did it. Next, I took out all the small and fragile dry branches so that it's more sturdy and also easy to paint. I did first coat with white acrylic paint so that my final color stands out more. For my final coat, I will be using this bright orange color and I will be doing 2 coats of it. Once it was painted, I let it dry for 24 hours before placing it back into the vase. And I love that I went with orange color. It was actually my husband's suggestion and I'm so thankful that he could think outside the box for me. I would certainly have gone for white or silver, but I think orange color instantly adds that vibrant feel to our living room. My husband also found this cute copper fairy light that has leaves on it. It is a perfect match for this orange dry branch tree, as if it's made for this project only. And by the way, this is my favorite DIY. I simply love how it looks when fairy lights are on. Simply beautiful. I also changed the cushion covers to match the festive look. In center table, I have simply placed a tea light holder on this chundri and some plants on the side. As far as dining table is concerned, I wanted to buy a table runner, but I was really short with time, so I did a jugaad and placed 4 table mats vertically that gave an illusion of table runner. I put some fresh lavender flowers from our garden and an orchid tea light holder on each side. I want to lit more and more diyas in place of tea light holders, as this is what I have seen my mom doing while I was growing up. But I will do it more when actual Diwali comes, as I resonate more with Diwali when beautifully painted diyas, lights, fresh flowers, sweets, Nived and Lakshmi Pujan all comes together. And this is the overall look at daytime. And wait a minute guys, you have to check out how it looks at night. If you've noticed, we have changed the entire layout of our living room by reshuffling our furniture here and there. I'm in love with this new layout. It's not open as before, rather very cozy and welcoming to sit and chat. So guys, do let me know how you like this entire Diwali DIY home decor, and also mention which decor piece you liked most and would love to try. I wish you all a very happy Diwali in advance. Stay safe, stay indoors and enjoy Diwali with your family. Have fun, eat lots of sweets and make this Diwali memorable. I will I'll see you guys next week with another video, and bye for now.